turned around and kind of looked at JaVale.
Tells me to shut up. Ball was like mid-air. It's like not even close to the rim. And the whole team, like this opposing team was like, yo, I'd never seen that before during the game.
And that was when I didn't even check to see if it went in. I just was waiting for the noise, and it was a really special moment. Just, I don't know, the irrational confidence to even try that in a playoff game, but it was dope.
Because when you're in a game playing with somebody that good, like you're not really seeing how good they are because you locked in to do what you got to do. So you missing out on like greatness by playing with greatness. That's the funny thing. And then I got a close friend, Evan Turner was like my man, and when we played them in the Western Conference Finals, Evan was like,
too much mud, sipping on drink the Reaper, nigga. Scroll through pictures of myself, gotta face my demons, nigga. If no one else, I'm gonna do it myself, I plan to leave it, nigga. Front on, I'm gonna lead on my own. Hustling, ballin', got it right now, I'm strong.
Yo, what it do? Is your boy Canvas TV, man. We back with another video. We back with another reaction. Today's video, we got Steph Curry stories that prove he the best shooter ever. Y'all know Curry, man. Stephen Curry, y'all know. I gotta get it to him. One of the greatest shooter ever in NBA. One of the greatest shooter ever in NBA. Gotta give it to him. Man, you like this, appreciate make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Man, let's get into this video, man.
10 years, I want to be,
Are you the best point guard ever? Yes.
You didn't know what was coming. That was the start of the Stepherless movement.
Nelly almost died guarding Steph Curry.
He doing that. We was like, you can't do that in the league.
Is he serious? Like, he disrespected me. Like,
tells me to shut up. Ball was like mid-air.
Jesus Christ, man.
he know he's great. This guy's phenomenal.
Steph gets to shoot whenever he wants. He's the modern MJ, you know.
Best shooter in league history.
1 second on the clock before halftime.
Right.
We have the ball out under our own basket 94 feet away. He looks at the defense, he catches it, and he flings a shot 90 feet that actually comes kind of close, goes against him in the scoreboard. That's a missed three, right? He takes these shots every game. And I think part of it is he's one of the greatest showmen that I've ever seen. And you love to do something that nobody else does.
But really, he shoots those shots at the game.
Yeah.
This is a great time to practice. While we all stretching, like he's gonna get unlimited of them. We stretching, we get loose. He's chucking it from half court. He's making them, and it's like, all right. So when he gets to the half court with 0.3 and he's asking for it, he makes it. It's like it's no surprise. So like, seeing his preparation made me really want to be like, all right, I can shoot from anywhere.
My first year coaching Steph, you were taking some of those threes and
Where you went in between the whole team at the free throw, came out and turned around shot, and then when Kerr was like, and then he made it, it was probably one of the most unbelievable shots.
I'm standing right behind him, and I'm sitting there, and if I'm not mistaken, I'm sitting there calling for the ball, like, hey, like.
You're dribbled around, down, free throw line, back, turn around, fade, three-pointer, like all kinds of crazy dribbling in between now. Just like, this dude's a man, like you can't do nothing with him.
you know, I had the voice of every coach I ever had. Phil Jackson, Greg Pop, their voices are in my head. Lute Olson, this is a terrible shot.
You just see Steve Kerr over there like.
What I eventually figured out is that it's a great shot because it's Steph Curry.
Man, I felt like I was as close as you could get to him, but a lot of credit to Steph, man.
It also wins. This is not like just doing crazy stuff for the help. This helps us win.
It was amazing. Like I said, we were still competitive and wanted to kick your guys' asses, but we can see what you guys are building and how special you guys were.
You didn't know what was coming. You didn't, because you'd never seen it before. I was there when he broke the record, right? The first record. And you didn't think, I think it was like 250 maybe or something threes. You didn't think that the next year the was going to shoot 400, make 400 threes or whatever. They crushed it, but no one saw it coming. No one saw it coming, and no one truly knew how to stop it when they got going. That's why they won 73 games.
One of my biggest regrets, and Steph, I'm sure you would have been the light-skinned man either way. That was destined for you. But I feel like when you came to the Garden and I let Raymond Felton's pride get in the way and he had 50, I feel like that's when you decided you was just going to the league.
Bro, you know what? I ain't mad at you.
That was the moment?
Bro.
I think so.
Bro, hey.
Raymond said, Shump, no, like, stop letting dude do this for he really be doing this to us.
I'm like, the confidence is changing, G. He going back to Davidson on us, bro. Nah. You feel me? I'm like, he doing it that we was like, you can't do that in the league. He started doing it. I'm not.
In the garden.
Yeah, you going too fast shooting that jumper now. That's too much. You ain't even holding it up no more. He was, falling and shit. No, bro. Now he talking to the crowd. He pointing at fans. I'm like, Steph don't even do that. Well, before we knew it, the man had 50 and the garden was cheering for him. I really felt like in my heart, like we are birthing an animal, bro. Yeah. I really think of that moment. I'm like, bro, I think we ignited that confidence that came. Because after that game, bro, he got very disrespectful.
Yeah, he took off.
He got disrespectful. He started trying.
But you know what was going on back then? That was the start of the Stepherless movement. The year Steph hit that shot in the corner in New Orleans, I was part. I saw that live. I had 16 points in that game. I saw that live. The chef, bro. That's when the chef started taking over. That's when he was like, hey, LeBron is LeBron, but hey, I'm here. It's because Steph is so random. Like, you can practice, but you don't know what he's going to do. There's no rhyme or rhythm to, like, because he reading you.
When I watch him and he do stuff, I watch the other team bench. Dudes be like, oh.
You told the story before. We were playing one time. You got so hot in a certain instance. I'm like, damn, like, you didn't hit 3 straight. When you hit the 4th, I wanted to, like, turn up and be like, yo, go crazy. Go crazy. But no, because it's like when you're a fan of basketball, you're a fan of the game, you start to comprehend what you're seeing. As a fan and as a player, you always appreciate it. So it's always been that part where you can, really remove yourself with the game. And, we're all, at one point, we were all high-level basketball players and, big-time athletes. So, you can really appreciate what you do.
I just want to say, because Steph had 0 at halftime. And that was game 6.
And a surprising first half comes to an end. Steph Curry scoreless.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if y'all weren't up down that much.
It was like 10.
Yeah, but we going to halftime. He was like, yo, we down 10 and Steph got 0.
Bro, I'm no bull. Like, we can't win this game. There's no way.
I know, because you probably
I can't, bro, because I'm not doing that again. Like, and some of them, like, I feel like he won't even looking at the basketball. He just be like, is he serious? Like, he disrespected me. Like, bro, he's like dead ass, like, all right, he disrespectful. Like, for real, like, because he catching, like, getting, like, bro, he don't even look at the rim.
Yeah.
Like, for real, bro, no. Like, I'm like hyping stuff like that, like stuff like that, but like, bro, like, I'm physical, like, with Steph, I'm like just trying to weigh on him.
Yeah.
Right? That's my advantage on, like, he's so, like, with the movement, but I'm, like, trying to direct everywhere he going and making him feel me every time, Paul. So he, like...
Because that last shot he made, I'm like, dang, they really getting to it. And then Steph was like, bing, 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 bing. And if Steph takes so many dribbles, I'm like, yo, like, hurry up so I can figure out where I gotta go.
Smelling blood, too, at the time. You're like, oh, if he's taking too many dribbles.
For sure, I got it. Yeah, I got him. No, I want him to dribble. I want him to dribble the area. I want him to double, triple move.
And he sidestepped to the right, which he wasn't doing as much back then. Like, he normally stepped back the left side, and he got bing, and he pulled up. Man, it went in like cash. I'm like, oh my. Then I became a fan. I'm like, oh.
First time we saw the peak of it when I was in Denver and we played them in this series.
I want to say it was either game 3 or game 4 of our first playoff series against Denver in 2013. It was the 3rd quarter. I went on this crazy run. I think I had like 20-something in the quarter. And one of the last threes was right in front of Denver's bench.
He shot a shot in front of the bench, and the team, right in front of our bench, the whole team's going crazy, like close to him.
Right in front of Denver's bench, JaVale McGee's standing, like literally standing up. There's like 5 or 6 guys around him. Get the ball in the corner, and they're obviously you've been in that situation where you rise up and everybody's just talking, trash behind you. And for some reason, I just got out of body experience. I shot it, and literally as I let it go, it was like I never felt the shot feel better than that. And I turned around and kind of looked at JaVale.
Tells me to shut up. Ball's like midair. It's like not even close to the rim. And the whole team went like, this is the opposing team was like, yo, I'd never seen that before during the game.
And that was when I didn't even check to see if it went in. I just was waiting for the noise, and it was a really special moment. Just, I don't know, the irrational confidence to even try that in a playoff game, but it was dope.
Because when you're in a game playing with somebody that good, like, you're not really seeing how good they are because you locked in to do what you got to do. So you missing out on, like, greatness by playing with greatness. That's the funny thing. And then I got a close friend, Evan Turner was like my man. And when we played them in the Western Conference Finals, Evan was like, bro, I almost clapped when he made a shot. Like, I forgot I was playing against him. He was like, man, I had never seen nothing like that. And he said Steph made 2 threes one time. He was like, damn, he good. But he was like, man, I had to catch myself. Like, oh shit, I'm on the other team.
One of my favorite Steph stories, we were in Portland. I think you might have been out for a couple games, and you came back. like he's just trying to get his legs. He figuring it out. Like, you know, he gonna get his attempts. So he hadn't gotten to his groove yet. You know, he 2 for 12 or whatever it is, right? Draymond started getting Draymond. Hey man, it's the Warriors. This ain't just a Steph Curry. It's a Steph Curry show, but it ain't just Steph Curry. It's the Warriors. And I'm like, Draymond, like, chill, man. Just let him, like, he shoot it up. No, G, we working hard out here too. I'm like, yeah, fam. Like, that's how, like, he gonna get it. Steph took another shot. And he going crazy. He looked at me one time. I was like, yo, who you yelling at? I'm like, I don't know who you yelling at. He was like, Draymond, what'd you say? He was like, dang, it's like, dang, you took a bad shot. And he looked at me, he was like, hey, I'm gonna shoot it again. Bam. If you could have saw my body language when he said that, he was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Shoot it every single time. And then he, like 2 minutes later, he scored like 15 straight. The game was over.
I want to say it was my second year in the league. And we were playing the Lakers at home, and he's on the bench. And they were beating us by 10 or 12, but I was still going, like, just trying stuff. I hit a transition 3, came back, and I come down the court, and I do, like, this little pump fake situation, hit a leaner off the glass. And as I'm running down the court, the camera locks in on him for some reason, and he, like, leans to the guy sitting next to him, one of his teammates. It's nice. He nodded and they caught it on the camera. Yeah. Somebody sent it to me afterwards, like, yo, he said that about you. And then he went on to, like, talk about, like, that silent, like, killer instinct. That it doesn't have to be rah-rah, like, talking trash in your face, but it's something that you see in your eyes and the way that you move that came out. And he respected that, and they recognized that.
There's a serious calmness about him, which is extremely deadly, because he's not up, he's not down, he's not contemplating what just happened before or worrying about what's to come next. He's just there.
For somebody to validate you like that, especially he's not giving out compliments like that.
No.
That was truly special for sure. And that to me was like the ultimate like gas in the tank. I always had it, but when you get to the league, it's just a different experience, a different level when you're playing against the best of the best of the best, and you know like what it took to get there.
He's skillfully, completely developed as a player, both ends of the floor. And, he's in a system that suits him extremely well.
And the second time we were playing in a preseason game, he's picking me up full court in a preseason game in the first quarter. I'm like, you turn around and he's like this, like standing there. So he stays with me for like 4 or 5 slides, and then he bumps me and I kind of like fall off balance. So I'm actually gassed at this point. I'm tired. So after I fall, I got no option. I'm like, I'm just gonna shoot it and live with it. And I shot it from probably 30 feet and I made it. And then I act like nothing happened. So it was like the biggest keep your cool kind of moment in your life, because it's freaking COVID. You're trying to be super chill about it, but I just drained one from 30 on it.
It's funny because in practice, we call us the bums, the scrubs. So the second unit, we will always beat them. But this one day in practice, man, Steph went crazy. Like, he wasn't missing. And it was like, now we blaming the sub refs. So they come in to help us out. Now we cursing them out because he can't miss. And then if he missed, they call foul. And I remember one time I got mad and I forgot he was on my team and pushed him. He still made the shot. I mean, we played about 7 minutes, man. He had to have 25 points, man. It was crazy. And at one point, Sean Livingston just stopped. It was like, yo, I don't know if I ever seen anything like this.
We all know how great of a shooter Steph is.
Right.
So we can all imagine the amount of shots you have to shoot to be that great.
Listening to Steph's workout, and I know how OCD you are, people don't understand the amount of energy that he has to use every single day. It's next level. Even for athletes, even for guys that do this for a living, you're like, this man has to run around for 48 minutes every single night doing what he does. You don't see that coming. And so it's a compliment to those guys to figure out an equation that no one ever has, and they just dominated with it.
But I heard there's a story. There was a high-level NBA player that went to work out with Steph. 10 minutes into the workout, dude taps out and throws up. Couldn't finish the workout with Steph.
And in the next game, we play the Warriors.
Because Steph be running around too much, man. God dang. It hurts you. The Warriors hurt you more when they ain't scoring, because Curry running 200 steps before you shoot the ball.
At home, and this is 2015-16. And my first matchup is Steph. And I'm like, bro, you know me. I walk in, I chest him up as soon as I get in the game on the inbound. I'm just pushing him. I'm like, yeah, you're not doing that tonight. Not on me, brother. About 36 minutes later and 42 Steph points later. That happens to a lot of people too. Yeah. I'm in the locker room like, nah, this can't be what it's like. I'm taking my stuff out like this ain't it.
Well, I think the beautiful thing about Steph Curry right now is he is the ultimate perspective when it comes to shooting. Or I think anybody would maybe think for a second that they're, maybe I'm having a pretty good shooting season. I'm doing this or that. And then you just see the statistics that this guy is putting up on a consistent basis, and it's otherworldly. It is. I think the last 5 games he's averaging over 9 threes made per game. Yeah, it's just like it's sickening. It's an absolute joke. You look at his numbers, and because when you watch him play basketball, he is one of the few players in the NBA when you watch him play where it's very clear nobody else in the NBA can do what he's doing.
08, 09, or whenever that little light skin came in the league, that's in Golden State. He single-handedly changed the no lead is safe. When it comes to influence, since I've been watching the game, the most influence on the game, and obviously we know what Mike did for the game, Steph and Allen Iverson are the 2 biggest influential guys in our game since I've been watching and covering it. Kids felt like they could be them. They were guys that was not always counted on. They were small in stature, and they just defied the odds. And now you have Steph who's shooting over the Empire State Building. It's just like those 2 are the 2 most influential when you say the game, how they changed the game, and the kids, and like those are 2 guys that you just wanted to watch every single night.
Steph Curry, I'm going to bed at 8 o'clock. Mom, don't call me. My girl, don't call me. I'm locked in right now.
Deli almost died guarding Steph Curry. No, literally almost died. We have footage of this man in the ice tub, like literally to his neck, trying to guard this man.
Did y'all see that clip of J.R. Smith? Talking about Deli? Did y'all see that clip? It's real. it's real.
Like he literally gave everything he had, and there was no excuse. There wasn't like, oh, he just had it going. It was like, no, it's like, oh, I'm trying, or no. There wasn't none of that. He could barely talk after. That's how hard he was trying. Like that respect level to me, it goes through the roof.
Going head to head with Steph, what was that like?
It's honestly hell. I mean, the way he moves without the ball is the worst part. But just the way he moves without the ball, it's honestly their system too. It fits him to perfection. You literally can't ever relax. And I remember game 1 and 2, chasing him and Clay around, and I couldn't make a shot. Everybody's looking at me like, why can't you make a shot? I'm like, I ain't got no legs. But his approach to the game too is special. Just the way that he, sees the game and the way he goes about the game. But it's hell to guard him.
When he get out his car, you better guard him right from the moment he pulls up to the arena. Right. As soon as he get out of his car, you better guard him.
Oh, sorry, guard him.
Yeah, better guard him. You might want to guard him when he get out of the bed.
Parking deck.
I remember we was in the finals one year, and I did a foul. It was a one-on-one situation, and I knew the penalties. I knew everything that was going on, but I had to play dumb just so I could whack Steph Curry. I just had to chop him.
You needed that.
I had to chop him to let him know, like, bro, the next time you shoot that jumper, you gonna feel that I just chopped you. You gonna understand that I'm so reckless with it. Like, I don't care, bro. You not finna just 40 me. I don't like you dancing. I don't even like how you celebrating it. I don't like it. Like,
what makes him so different?
I mean, it's just 48 minutes of where is Steph? Like, you got to know where he is at all times, and he has so much gravity that it kind of opens up other things for everybody else too. So find Steph. Is he coming off a screen? Does he have the ball? Does he not have the ball? It's constant of paranoia, I guess, for lack of a better word.
He's tough. And I'm a part of the losing side of history, but I remember watching it, bro, and I was like, yo, he was absurd to watch then. And I playing against him, I was like, he's different.
He's different, bro.
But Steph Curry is the most impactful player on a team in the league.
Because the gravity.
Bro,
the gravity.
You have to go to his well on the ball as you do off. Like once he gets off the ball, you're probably more scared of him off the ball than you are on.
What he did was pretty unbelievable. The Garden, such a hostile place, like we talked about, and for him to be able to go in there and kind of take over that game in those moments. Once he did that, I remember that when we went back in the locker rooms, the way that I heard them celebrate as a team winning that game, they felt like they won the championship. That's how hard they were celebrating after just the game. It was 2-2.
It's just stunning, really, with the impact he makes. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, there's obviously been so many great players in this league who have dominated, and Michael Jordan immediately, or Larry Bird, or Magic, and Shaq. And Steph is similar, but in a different way from everybody else. And I've never seen anybody put that much pressure on the defense 35 feet from the hoop and generate the spacing and the pace and the chaos that ensues defensively once he gets going towards the rim. So
he messed up the game in a good way,
You think he messed it up in a good way?
Yeah, I think he hurt the youth because the youth just loves threes, and that's all they think about doing, shooting threes.
We're able to do things out there that keeps the normal person walking down the street, gives them hope that basketball can be for them as well. He's just able to do so many special things. And
Steph Curry is messing the game up. I'm on the internet now, I see a bunch of little kids dribbling, shooting 100-footers.
To get warm, to start the game.
But he's doing something for them. He's giving them a chance. Steph, it probably is the most influential player when it comes to little people.
Yeah.
Right? Because I see a lot of little guards, like little kids. I'm going to these tournament they're doing stuff I can't even do.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And it's good and bad.
It's after every single point. Somebody's doing this. Somebody's doing a shimmy. Somebody's doing the LeBron push down. I like these kids are 4'4" and they're doing the too small to each other. It makes no sense.
Steve Kerr mentioned Steph Curry in the same sentence with Michael Jordan.
Yep, I can see it. You got to look at the historical context. Michael did everything in the air. Air Jordan. He revolutionized the game. Stephen Curry has taken shooting in the art form of it and moving without the ball to a different level. The first thing kids do, they know they can't dunk and fly like Michael Jordan, but they all believe they can shoot like Stephen Curry. And that's the first thing they do, is start hoisting up threes to try and be like their hero, Stephen Curry. So you have heroes to boast in Michael Jordan, and you have a lot of heroes in Stephen Curry. I see the comparison.
what he does at his size is so different from the traditional greats in this league. I've said it many times. Steph reminds me so much of Tim Duncan, just a humanity standpoint, from a talent standpoint, humility, confidence. It's this wonderful combination that just makes everybody want to win for him. Without him, none of this happens. I'm happy for everybody, but I'm thrilled for Steph. To me, this is his crowning achievement in what's already been an incredible career.
Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and if you have any requests or ideas,
man, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, comment what video I want to see next. We're gonna get into that, man. Catch y'all next video.